Imagine you're standing at the edge of a vast, beautiful ocean. The waves are powerful and unpredictable, sometimes gentle and inviting, other times fierce and pulling you away from the shore. You watch as ships sail close to the coastline. Some stay anchored, weathering storms and calm alike, while others suddenly turn their sails and disappear over the horizon, leaving nothing but ripples behind. Love, in many ways, is like that ocean. It's vast and mysterious, full of promises and perils. And sometimes, no matter how good the ship looks or how much care went into building it, the captain chooses to sail away. Watching those ships leave can feel like standing on the shore, asking, why did he leave when everything seemed so right? It's confusing, it's painful, and it's one of the hardest questions we face in the world of dating and love. Growing up, I saw this over and over. Women I cared about, strong, kind, devoted women, left behind by the very men they loved. My own family was no exception. I watched my parents' marriage crumble, my grandmother's heart break, my sister's hopes fade. It made me wonder, why do men leave good women all the time? Is it because the women aren't enough? Is it because love isn't real? Or is there something deeper at play? This isn't about blaming anyone. In fact, as the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, we are not victims of the world, but masters of our responses. Today, I want to help you master your response, understand the why behind the walkaway, and take control of your story. If you're new here, welcome. And if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe, because this channel is your safe space for self-love, clarity in dating, and relationship wisdom that actually makes sense, and has a little fun too. Trust me, you'll want to stick around. Now, imagine your love life as a garden. You've planted seeds with care, watering with kindness and attention, hoping for beautiful blooms. But sometimes, no matter how fertile the soil, some plants just don't take root. Does that mean your garden is no good? Absolutely not. It means it's time to learn which plants to nurture and which to let go. The same goes for understanding why some men leave, even when you feel you've been everything they could want. Philosophers like Carl Jung remind us that love is not just about finding someone to complete us, but about growing ourselves alongside another. It's a dance between two individuals, full of light and shadows. Plato talked about love as the pursuit of wholeness. Sometimes that pursuit leads us to unexpected places, even departures. Simone de Beauvoir taught us that freedom is essential in love. Without it, love can't truly flourish. So here's a fun little challenge for you right now. Type in the comments below a 3-word affirmation inspired by today's topic. Something like, I am a good woman. Say it loud, in your mind, to the universe, to yourself. Because this journey isn't just about understanding why men leave, it's about embracing your worth no matter what. Get ready, because next up we're diving deep into the one simple, powerful reason men walk away, even from the best women. And trust me, it's not what you think. Stay with me, this is going to change the way you see everything. Number 1. The only real reason he leaves. Think of a man's decision to leave like standing at a fork in the forest trail. Both paths are winding and uncertain, but one path shines with sunlight filtering through the trees, promising warmth and light. The other path, where you stand together, feels familiar, but maybe a bit shadowed. If he believes the brighter trail holds a better future, he will take it, even if it means leaving you behind in the shadows. It's not about you being less than. It's about what his eyes see right now. The Roman philosopher Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." The fear of missing out on that sunlit path can blind someone to the beauty of the trail they're already on. You might be asking yourself, does this mean I wasn't good enough? Absolutely not. It means his vision was fixed somewhere else, somewhere outside the garden you both planted. Imagine a friend who leaves a cozy, laughter-filled party because a flashier gathering pops up on their phone. More lights, more noise, more distraction. That doesn't erase the good times shared. It just means their attention shifted. It's painful, yes, but it's also a reflection of his own restless spirit, not your worth. Carl Jung taught us that everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. When a man leaves, it's a mirror reflecting not your flaws, but his desires and fears. Maybe he's chasing an illusion of happiness that doesn't exist, or maybe he hasn't learned to appreciate the depth and warmth that true companionship offers. Plato believed that true love is about pursuing the good and the beautiful, but sometimes people mistake shiny distractions for these ideals. Here's the hard truth. If he's walking away, it's because somewhere in his mind he sees a better future without you. But you are your own forest, vast, complex, full of life and mystery. You don't need someone who only wants a sunny stroll. You need a companion willing to brave the shadows, storms, and sunlight with you. So, here's your affirmation. I am whole. Say it like you mean it, because you don't need anyone else to complete you. The right one won't leave to chase light elsewhere. They'll build a fire with you in the darkest woods. Ready? Next, we'll unravel the tricky 80-20 illusion, the one that makes men chase after what's missing instead of appreciating what's already there. Stay tuned, it's going to get real. Number 2, the 80-20 illusion, chasing the missing piece. Imagine you're holding a beautiful puzzle piece, smooth edges, a lovely pattern, almost perfect. It fits snugly in the bigger picture you're building. But then someone shows you another piece, shiny and new, with colors that seem to pop more brightly. Suddenly, you're tempted to swap. This is the 80-20 illusion in love. He sees you as 80% perfect, almost everything he wants, but then fixates on that missing 20%. And when someone flashes that better piece, he's tempted to chase it, forgetting that puzzle pieces aren't just about looking perfect alone. They're about fitting into the whole picture. The 80-20 rule, simply put, means he believes you've got most of what he wants, but not all. It's like dating with a mental checklist that never quite gets checked off. The real kicker? That missing 20% often isn't a deal breaker for anyone else but him. It's a personal preference, an insecurity, or sometimes just the restless urge to chase something new. Here's a story that might sound familiar. A guy was dating a wonderful woman, kind, smart, funny, loyal. She was his 80%, but then he met someone new who seemed to have that missing sparkle, that elusive 20%. So, he left the safe harbor for what looked like a better boat. Months later, reality hit. The new relationship had far fewer of the qualities he loved in his first partner. The shiny new piece didn't fit the puzzle after all. But pride and fear kept him from going back. So he stayed stuck, trying to force the puzzle pieces to fit. You might be wondering, why can't he just see what he already has? That's the tough part. Sometimes people are blinded by the allure of the new and different. As Plato said, at the touch of love, everyone becomes a poet. But sometimes love's poetry gets lost in the desire for perfection. And Jung reminds us that the shadow side of ourselves is what we often project onto others. He's chasing what he thinks he's missing in you, but really, he's running from something inside himself. Here's the motivation for you. Love isn't about finding a perfect puzzle piece. It's about loving the whole picture, the messy edges, the unique colors, the imperfections that make it beautiful. You're not a checklist to be ticked off, you're a masterpiece in progress. When someone leaves chasing that missing piece, it's their loss, not yours. So say it with me, I am complete. Own it, because you already are. Up next, we're diving into the tough truth about immaturity, why some men run when responsibility knocks. Stay close, because it's a game changer. Number 3, immaturity, running from responsibility. Some men just aren't ready to grow up. It sounds simple, but it hits like a thunderclap when you realize it's true. Imagine someone who wants to eat the cake. Delicious, sweet, satisfying, but when the time comes to wash the dishes, clean the kitchen, and deal with the mess, they suddenly disappear. That's immaturity in relationships. They want the joy, the love, the fun, but not the responsibility and effort that come with keeping it alive. It's like having a shiny new toy, but never wanting to take care of it. Philosophers have wrestled with the idea of maturity for thousands of years. Plato, for example, said that maturity is about knowing yourself and your duties. It's about understanding who you are, what you owe to others, and stepping up when life demands it. It's not just about age. Some people age like fine wine, growing deeper and wiser, while others get stuck, repeating the same patterns like a broken record. I've met men in their 50s who behave like teenagers, and I've met men in their 20s who carry themselves with the responsibility and seriousness of someone much older. So when a man runs away from a relationship, often it's not really about you. He's running from the idea of responsibility itself, the commitment, the accountability, the emotional work that can feel like a trap if he's not ready. And that's a hard pill to swallow because you're left feeling like you weren't enough or that love itself isn't enough to hold him. But the truth is, if he can't handle the dishes, it's not your fault. It's his own inner struggle with growing up. Here's where it gets motivational. If he runs from responsibility, he's not running from you. He's running from himself. He's scared of the work it takes to build something real and lasting. And that's on him, not on your worth. You deserve someone who isn't afraid to roll up their sleeves, who wants to build a future with you and isn't just looking for a free ride. You deserve a partner who understands that love is as much about care and effort as it is about passion and excitement. So let's make this your new mantra. I deserve maturity. Say it loud, say it proud, because when you claim that, you're setting a standard, not just for others, but for yourself. Coming up next, we'll dig into the tricky world of attraction, why the spark alone can't keep a man from walking away. Trust me, it's a story worth hearing. Stay tuned. Number 4, when attraction is just skin deep. Picture this. You just unboxed a brand new phone, the sleek design, the shiny screen, the excitement of exploring every feature. It's thrilling, right? But as days turn into weeks, that shiny newness fades. The phone becomes part of your everyday life, valuable not because it's new, but because of the memories you capture and store on it. The photos of laughter, late-night talks, silly selfies. Relationships are a lot like that phone. At first, the flash and sparkle of attraction can be intoxicating, but what really matters is the emotional depth, the photo album of memories you build together over time. So here's the question, are you just a flashy gadget to him, something to show off for a little thrill? Or are you the photo album, the keeper of moments, feelings, and shared stories that make a relationship real? It's a tough truth, but sometimes men leave because what started as exciting never grew into something meaningful. Carl Jung said, "The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed." That means true connection changes us. It's not just about fireworks or butterflies. It's about the deep, ongoing transformation that happens when two souls truly connect. If that spark never lights the deeper fire, the relationship fizzles out. No matter how good the physical attraction, without emotional depth, it's like trying to power a whole house with a single candle. Maybe you're wondering, does that mean I'm not enough if he didn't stay? Not at all. Sometimes it's not about you. It's about what he's capable of giving or receiving. Not everyone is ready or able to build those memories with you. And that's okay, because you deserve someone who sees you as more than just a pretty face or a temporary thrill. Here's your motivation. You deserve someone who wants to build the photo album, not just use the phone. Someone who cherishes the moments, the ups and downs, and chooses you not just for your sparkle, but for your soul. Say this with me. I am more than a moment. Remember it, believe it, and don't settle for less. Next up, we'll explore a tough but vital truth. When he finds someone better for him, what does that really mean? Stick around. You don't want to miss this. Number 5. He found someone better for him. Love is like music, sometimes soft and slow, sometimes loud and wild, and every song fits a different mood or moment in life. When a man leaves you for someone else, it's often not because she's better than you. It's because she's the song that matches his current rhythm, the tune he's dancing to right now. Think about it. Just because you love jazz doesn't mean you'll always want to listen to it. Sometimes you crave rock or pop or even silence. It's not about one being better than the other. It's about what fits the moment. This can feel painful, especially when you're left wondering, was I not good enough? The answer is no. You were enough, maybe more than enough, but not the right song for the stage he was standing on. Maybe he's searching for something new, something that matches a chapter in his life that you just don't fit. And that's okay. Life's soundtrack changes all the time, and sometimes people change along with it. Here's a real example. I knew a woman whose boyfriend left her for someone new. At first, she felt crushed, like she was suddenly unworthy. But as time passed, she realized that her ex wasn't ready for the kind of deep connection she offered. He needed a lighter tune, something easier to dance to. She found her own rhythm, met someone who loved her jazz, and finally felt the harmony she deserved. Philosophers remind us that love isn't about comparison, it's about connection. Simone de Beauvoir once said, "Change your life today. Don't gamble on the future. Act now, without delay." This means your worth isn't tied to who stays or leaves, but to how you choose to live and love in the present. So here's your motivation. Your song is out there. Don't stop singing because one person didn't dance to your beat. Keep your melody strong and true. The right one will hear you and want to join in, no matter the tempo. Say this aloud. My song is my power. Own it, embrace it, and get ready. Because next, we're diving into why some men run from love itself, afraid of losing their freedom. You'll want to hear this. Number 6, the fear of losing freedom. For some men, commitment feels less like a warm embrace and more like a cage closing shut. Imagine a bird sitting in a beautifully decorated cage, a home safe and familiar, but still a cage. The bird looks out at the vast sky, fluttering its wings, longing to fly free. Even though the cage offers comfort, the bird's instinct is to soar, not stay confined. For many men, love and commitment can feel like that cage, safe but limiting. They fear losing their freedom, their ability to explore life on their own terms, and so they fly away, even if it means leaving something good behind. Simone de Beauvoir, a fierce philosopher and champion of freedom, once said, "One is not born, but rather becomes, a woman," emphasizing the idea that freedom is central to identity. She believed that true love never traps or confines, it liberates. Love should be like the wind beneath the bird's wings, not the bars that hold it back. When a man leaves because he fears losing freedom, it doesn't always mean he doesn't love you. Sometimes he's scared of what commitment demands, sacrifices, compromises, accountability, and that fear pushes him away. Here's the real talk. Sometimes men leave not because their feelings fade, but because their own fears get louder than their love. They're running from the responsibility of love, from the vulnerability it requires, or from the parts of themselves they haven't faced yet. And that can feel like rejection, but it's often just a reflection of their inner struggle. You might wonder, does love mean losing freedom? The answer is no. Freedom and love can coexist beautifully. Imagine a pair of birds flying side by side, each free but connected, choosing to stay together while exploring the endless sky. That's the kind of love you deserve, a partnership where both people feel free and supported. So here's your motivation. Don't settle for a love that feels like a cage. Find someone who flies with you, not away from you. Someone who sees freedom as part of love, not the enemy of it. Say this with me: I deserve love and freedom. Believe it, own it, and get ready, because next we'll talk about the silent killer of relationships, miscommunication. It's sneaky, but once you spot it, you can stop it. Number 7. Miscommunication and unspoken needs. Sometimes the reason a man walks away isn't because he doesn't care. It's because you're both speaking different emotional languages. Imagine two radios, each set to a different frequency. No matter how loudly one radio plays, the other just hears static. That static is miscommunication, the invisible barrier that keeps two people from truly connecting. If you're not tuned into the same frequency, messages get lost, feelings get misunderstood, and hearts grow distant. I've seen this happen more times than I can count. Couples who once laughed together end up strangers because they never talked about what they really needed or wanted. One thinks, "I need space," while the other hears, "I don't care." One expresses love through acts, the other through words, and neither understands the other's language. That's when love starts slipping through the cracks, not because it vanished, but because it wasn't heard. You might be asking yourself, how do I fix this? The answer is both simple and hard. Start by asking. Ask him how he feels, what he needs, and truly listen without interrupting or planning your response. Listening deeply is an act of love. Be honest about your own needs too. Communication isn't just talking, it's building a bridge strong enough to carry both your truths. It means being vulnerable and brave enough to say what's really on your heart. Philosopher Søren Kierkegaard once said, "To cheat oneself out of love is the most terrible deception. It is an eternal loss because it is never discovered until it is too late." Don't let miscommunication be the thief that steals your love. When both people commit to tuning their radios to the same frequency, connection grows and leaving becomes less and less of an option. Here's the motivation for you. Communication is the bridge to staying, not leaving. It's the thread that weaves two lives together, even when storms come. So commit to being the one who builds that bridge with patience, kindness, and courage. Say this with me now: I speak my truth. Believe it, own it, because your voice matters, and when he hears it, that's when real love begins. Next, we'll close out by embracing your worth and moving forward stronger than ever. Don't miss it, because the best is yet to come. Number 8. Embracing your worth and moving forward. Understanding why men leave isn't about blame, it's about clarity. Imagine yourself as a garden. In any garden there are beautiful flowers, strong roots, and vibrant colors. But there are also weeds, those unwanted plants that choke the life out of the blooms. Sometimes, to let your garden truly flourish, you have to pull out the weeds, no matter how much effort it takes. Those weeds represent the confusion, hurt, and self-doubt left behind when someone walks away. Letting go of them is not giving up. It's making space for new growth, for fresh blooms that shine brighter than ever. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This means the obstacles you face, heartbreak, disappointment, loss, aren't roadblocks, but stepping stones. The pain of being left behind can become the fuel that propels you forward, shaping your strength and wisdom. Your past heartbreaks are not chains holding you down, but stones that build the path to your future. Maybe you're feeling tired, worn down by love that didn't last. That's okay. Healing is a process, not a race. But here's the truth that no one wants you to forget. Love yourself fiercely. When you know your worth, you send a powerful message to the world and to yourself. The right man, someone who truly sees you, will never leave because he recognizes the garden you've cultivated. He won't walk away from a woman who knows her value and demands respect. So here's your final motivation. Stand tall, water your roots, and nourish your soul. You're not waiting for someone else to complete you because you are already whole. You are a force of nature, resilient, beautiful, unstoppable. Say it loud and proud. I am worthy. I am whole. Let those words echo in your heart every day. Write them in the comments below and declare it to the universe. Because this isn't just about why men leave, it's about why you stay strong, grow tall, and bloom anyway. And don't go anywhere just yet. Remember, the journey of love and self-discovery is always evolving. The next chapter is yours to write, and I'm here to guide you through it. To wrap things up, understanding why men leave good women isn't about blame. It's about gaining clarity, owning your worth, and moving forward stronger than ever. Remember, you are whole, valuable, and deserving of a love that stays. If this video helped you see your worth and gave you fresh insight, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button, subscribe for more real talk about love and self-growth, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Drop your affirmations in the comments. I'm rooting for you every step of the way.